What's going on, Modlife fam? I'm Joshua Camp. I did not plan on making a video today, but I was driving home from the grocery store and had an annoying rattle coming from my back seat. These cars, you know, they're very well made, but you do get little creaks and rattles here and there like any car in the wintertime. It's also a good time for you to track them down and take care of them because everything is a little bit looser when it's cold. I know I'm out here in a t-shirt. It's actually a pretty sunny day, but it's you know, still maybe 40 degrees, and we have had a lot of ice and a lot of frozen days. So what I tracked this down to is actually this rear seat, which I'm going to show you. So I've already torn this apart, but this rear seat on the small side, passenger side, simply slides onto this rod right here that's attached all the way through the other seat. So there's a hole in a plastic bracket that is somewhat loose, though not the source of our rattle though. The source of our rattle is actually this bracket where it attaches to the seat. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this bolt off right here. We're gonna add a nylon washer, and hopefully it'll take care of all those creaks and rattles. And I'll show you how to reassemble everything. All right, it's actually as tight as it'll go. So you're gonna grab your 13mm wrench, get it on that bolt, and get that thing loose. Now, one thing I have noticed in these Teslas is that tolerances are spot on with most things. And so you don't have to use power tools a whole lot. They are actually very well designed, believe it or not. So there's our bolt. Here's our bracket. You see it does have this little plastic liner here. It seems to be holding up pretty well. Got 50,000 miles on the car, and the first thing I do so I can hear the bass is flip down the back seat when I jump in. Okay, so now we've got our nylon washer on here. The bracket is bent back into a 90-degree angle, and it was off just a hair, about maybe a millimeter and a half. So one thing I'm going to do here is put one drop of thread locker. This is a removable high-strength thread locker, so I'll keep it from backing out just in case it doesn't tighten down all the way. But we did test fit it. That nylon washer gives it the perfect bracket. That's tight. Give it a few turns. And that is as tight as it will go. And you see we can still turn our bracket. It's kind of stiff. It's going to help the seat. First thing we have to do is slide the seat on this post. Okay, see that's in. And now we get this down here. Get our nuts back on. And we'll tighten these up. Okay, so we've got this all tightened up. The other thing I like to do whenever I remove panels is grab a hold of everything that you can that moves. You see we've got a plastic harness here holding this wiring. Grab yourself some double-sided tape and put it on the backs of things like this. This will help dramatically with any extra rattles that come up down the road. Nice and tight. Okay, now that we've got everything put back together, get our tools out of the way, grab our trim panel. We're gonna put that seat up, and now we've got to reinstall the trim. You see the bottom of this has two prongs that go into two holes, and then you've got one clip and one big clip. So these are gonna go horizontal, these are gonna go vertical. So what we want to do here is take a look at this, see where everything's going to go. We've got a hole here and a hole here. Now, this would also be a good idea to line each of these holes with that double-sided tape. So let's do that. All right, so what I've actually done here is I've put the tape on the insides where everything clips, and then I actually want to rub my hands on the outside, get it nice and dirty, so the clips will still go past it. But that'll offer a little extra sound dampening. Believe it or not, you take it in for service, any car for that matter, this is exactly what they will do to take care of rattles. They'll pop off the door panels, they'll put double-sided tape behind contact points. Okay, so let's get this back in. We want our seat belt out. Line these right up. Let's get the first one in. Now we're going to pop this panel, slide it behind the seat. We're going to be able to go in and down. Okay, so we've got this panel pushed down tightly. And now you want to just make sure it's tight, push it in those clips. Good to go. Good as new. No rattle. Nothing loose. And that has solved one of my biggest headaches. Well guys, that's all I have for you today. Hopefully this helps you out, tracking down odd rattles. Wear and tear happens. You can't expect these cars to last forever and not make noises. They're all gonna have rattles, they're all gonna have creaks. Every winter you're gonna have things pop up. There is no such thing as a car made of materials that doesn't flex in the hot and cold and eventually wear. So these are things that you can expect, but at the end of the day, they're very, very easy fixes. And these are the same types of fixes that you're gonna get from the service center. So I hope this helps save you some time, headache, and have a quieter ride. Now, if there's anything that you'd like me to tackle on one of these cars, please, by all means, jump in the comments, tell me, and I'll do my best to make a video on it. Y'all have a blessed day, and thank you again.